The next punch is the high rear hook. This punch should be done sparingly. For example, your wide receiver broke down line, wasn't supposed to happen, and you throw that long ball to him. He scores a touchdown, and you're a hero. If you did that every single play, you wouldn't be successful at all. But with that being said, there are opportunities for you to throw that. So, from my fighter stance, what I'm going to do here, instead, same body mechanics apply that's in the cross, coming straight across, but this time I open my arm out. As I open my arm out from my body, you notice my toe, my knee, my hip turn over my shoulder. This time the punch comes wide and goes to my opponent's head. I sink my weight down on my front foot, keeping my left hand to my jaw and my shoulder tucked. Here, boom, and hit. Again, it doesn't matter if your fist is vertical, 45 degrees, or horizontal. That's up to you. Boom, and back. Boom, and back. Boom, and back. I'm going to bring Kevin in here. I'll demonstrate a few on the focus pad. Okay. As you notice, the left hand stays up high on the jaw because I might miss this guy and he might counter. So I want to have that protection here. Ready? The next punch here is the low rear hook. This punch can be used to open up the opponent on high lines. Generally, it's set up by a jab, and I come along with this. It's to take advantage of his elbows being out away from his body and open up a high line. But from here, I step forward, I drop my body, sinking my weight down, opening up my arm from my head, about a glove's length away from my body. Weight goes on my toe, up to my knee, up to my hip. I drop, boom, and I hit at my opponent's lower rib cage, right here and back. Here, boom, and back, and back. You notice the weight shifts to my front foot, but I want a nice even weight distribution here, so again, I could just take that step forward so I know that my balance is proper. I don't want to get my head too further in front of my foot. If I get my head in front of my foot, it's easy for me to get. I'll bring Kevin in here to demonstrate. Kevin's here. This one here. Right from here. When the trainer's holding the pads here, you want him to actually hold it at that level that you want to hit. Obviously, if he's holding it up too high, not practicing the low rear hook, so you generally want it in that vicinity. His arms in tight here. I drop. Boom. Okay, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. The next punch, again, should be used sparingly. It's the overhand cross, and Ken Norton was fantastic at this. Again, I spot an opening with my opponent. I'm going to take advantage of that. From here, I step, all the principles apply as the cross. I step forward, the weight rotation off the toes, the knee, the hip. As I come here, instead of throwing directly here or hooking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my left shoulder down. As I drop my left shoulder down, this opens that fist away from my face. When this is here, I want to continue in this arc. As I continue in this arc, I continue pushing over with my rear foot, and the punch is coming down. Here, in that angle here. Boom. It's a wide shot, very powerful shot. Generally, you're probably going to land it on your opponent's temple, which hopefully will cause him much pain. Boom. I'll bring Kevin in here, and I'll demonstrate on the focus pad. From here, when your opponent's, when your trainer's holding the focus pads, he wants to come out at this wide angle here and feed up. He doesn't want to feed it like a regular punch or a hook. So at this angle about here, because my punch, let me demonstrate on your head, is designed to come at this angle here. If I'm on Kevin, that's the shot here. I'm coming down. It's a very difficult punch for him to block. It attacks at a weird angle. It's quite powerful. Here, boom. The next punch is the lead uppercut. With the lead uppercut here, when I'm in my stance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my right shoulder over my left foot, sinking my weight down just prior to the punch happening. Here, right from here, I'm going to take my left hand slightly away from my face by slightly moving my body back. I'm going to shift that weight on that rear heel. So watch this. I turn over, my right shoulder's over my left foot. I drop my weight on my heel, bringing that fist slightly away from your face. As I do that, and I'm in this position here, my weight now is going to go onto my toe, onto the balls of my foot, onto here, the knee's going to turn in, and right from here, I'm coming up, directly up the pipe. And then you're going to return on this same angle here. Up, boom, and back. Right shoulder over, shift. As I shift, the toe turns, the knee turns, the hip turns, and the punch comes directly up the pipe. Here. This punch is designed for close range boxing. You're not going to do this when you're way out at long range in jabbing. Very unlikely. There are a few fighters who can get away with it. It's a very risky punch. But inside, where we're leaning on each other's shoulders, it's there quite frequently. Here, right shoulder over, shift the weight back, come up, bring up the power. And you see again, my toes, my hips, everything's facing perpendicular to my opponent, and I'm coming right up the pipe, right to their jaw. Or then again, it could go to their body. Here. I'll bring Kevin in here. I'll demonstrate on the focus pad. Kevin's going to have this pad right here for me. What I'm going to do from here, depending on your angle of your punch, you want to get in sync with your trainer. Some guys tend to punch a little straighter, like this, so you want to practice and make sure you're hitting it. I tend to hit this angle here, so I just want to make sure I'm in sync here. So when I hit this pad, I don't want my hand to hit that pad and give a quick buckle, thank you. A quick buckle to it. That what'll happen is cause me to have maybe a hairline fracture in my hand. Okay? Here, boom, switch, boom, switch. Ready, Kev? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to turn, drop my weight, and turn my toe and my knee in. As that happens, my shoulder dips down, my fist comes slightly away from my face, and I push up and I come directly up the pipe. I drop, turn, fist comes off the face, my toe turns in, my knee turns in, my hip turns in, and drive. And you want to use those legs coming up. It does you no good to go through all this and then just throw an arm punch. You want to put all your weight behind. If you watch Mike Tyson throw an uppercut, that man would drop, sink all his weight down, and drive up, as they call it, hitting with bad intention. So I'm right here, I drop down, I punch, I come up, and there it is, the shot. And you notice, as I extend, that's where I'm hitting his jaw, and I continue to extend through. Once I've hit, hopefully he's out, or I want to follow up with a combination, get in or get out, or whatever your strategy might be. From here, drop down, turn the toe and the knee, the hip, come up the pipe, hitting him on the jaw, and then return. Up and back. I'll bring Kevin in here. And Kevin, when he's holding this focus pad here, is going to be firing that down, giving me sufficient resistance backwards, so I don't hurt myself. A little speed into it.